What is up, people, and welcome back to the channel. So I've dragged the van out the corner because I've been doing other jobs recently. So what we need to do today is look at van positioning, body positioning. So I really want to start getting some mounts on the body. Now we have a seating position. So that way we've got the seating position, steering column, pedal boxes in. So now we can set the body, and then we could try and put a little bit more stuff in place. I think I want to try and get this body as far forward as I can to give me a little bit more space on the rocker cover, but I don't want it looking stupid. When I say as far forward as I can, we're only within half inch, max 3/4 of an inch, so 19mm-ish. You know, we haven't got masses of movement, but a little bit, you know, every little bit counts and all that shizzle. So, here's the car now. Oh, I can't even see. Hang on, cancel. Oh, there we go. So, it's off the table because I had to do some fabrication work on the table, so I needed it. Now I've got these things and I'm stripping, and I've got a load more work to come through on that side. So, the van is on the floor again. So me and my father was dossing around in here. So we've got the seats are in, selectors in. Well, it's not in, it's just sitting there. Yes, it's on the piss, it's moved because there is literally only one bolt there holding it in, but it's just to give us a bit of an idea as to where it would be. So if we can try and get some positioning on this body, it would really be useful to us. So as you see, we sit far back in this car. I know I could move wherever I wanted, but that is about where I want to be sitting. Yeah. Now, ideally, the seat would be closer. If I dropped you down, the top of this bar ideally should be a little bit higher. But because I put those rails in, we lost like 1.5 inches. Yeah. So it's not ideal, and I may have to come up with a solution. Either the seat gets permanently fixed in my position, so I can gain that height back down, or we change the door bar or modify the top of the door bar, because I don't think I've got one. But you can get a gusset that fits there, but I think they look gas as shit. They look shit. So, yeah. But the way it is at the minute, this is about my seating position, to be honest. So, we're about right. Probably, to be honest, it's a touch hot. I am a touch high. If I put you right in front of my face, there's a phone in front of my eyes, I'd say I am a touch high. But when I initially set this car up, I was probably looking about there. So, we're a touch high. When you look to the left, you've got the body here, but technically, that's in about the same place as what the Blue Mini is. I don't look out this window anyway. The only things I really look at is that wing mirror. I don't really look in that wing mirror because my rear view mirror, I've got the curved ones. I can see out of that quarter. So that shows me the whole way around. But yeah, we're in. But we need to get some body positioning. That way then we can start getting some door hinges in place. I still need to get the door locks for in here. I don't own them. So we need to get the door lock, so then I can put the tab on the back of the cage here that's going to mount into the body mount there. Right, let me get back out. To be honest, you can get in and out without even taking the steering wheel off, but you know, when in Rome. But yeah, there we go. Right then, let's look at what we have got to come up with. So, I put 2 pieces of the box under the floor to bring the shell up. And we are just kissing it, yeah? There's a piece of wood wedged in the top of the roll cage. You can't really see. Oh, shit. There. Oh, and this hole in the roof. Underneath there is going to be basically a lifting point on the top of the cage here for a hook, for the hook to put it on the table. So that is just going to be a lifting point. But also I'm tempted, because it being a van, I don't know if it's like it in other countries, but now in the UK you get them little black things on the top, like the little combi vans that spin around really fast and they suck air out. I'm thinking about making one, modifying one, so it fits on the same kind of affair. Because it's a van, isn't it, technically? Yeah, I'm just trying to think of, outside the box with it being a van. But this, yes, this is a lifting point. Because even though the body's removable on this, it's not really going to be removed. Do you know what I mean? So I need a way of lifting the front onto the front of the table and then lifting the back up, shove it over, put a cover on it, forget about it. So anyway, what we've got is these are for here. You know these? But this is very scarce on positioning, yeah? And also, I want to know if I can take some out of here to bring this in a touch more before I fit this. So what I want to do, I'll probably go to Leslie's. He's got a couple of minis in the workshop. I'm going to make a template of this very accurately, yeah? And then cut the holes out so I know exactly where the holes have got to be on here. Then, once the door's in, I'll drill through from behind to get a location hole for the centre of this on the door. Then that will give me the positioning for the door lock, which I don't own. You know what I mean? And then this is going to have a plate on the back of the cage here, so it'll be scalloped into the cage, and it'll open out to the back of here, and it will be sandwiched between here, like into this bit. So it's holding this part to the cage. So that's there. Door hinge. Let's talk door hinges. So here, we're going to end up with quite a nice fit on the cage down there. So what I want to do here is it's going to be a plate as best as I can, as small as I can, down here. Probably no further than halfway. I'd rather it be less than halfway. Plate there, shaped to this. Do you know what I mean? A few race holes in here just to shed a bit of weight that we don't need, because all that's coming through there is bolts, hinges for the door. The bolts for the hinge for the door. Then on the other side of this section here, there'll be an angle piece coming to this, just for the little bit of triangulation to stop this doing this. It's a flat plate, because if you look, there's loads of space behind. So then I'll just come to this flat plate with a bit more triangle. So that's got to be done on both sides. I mean, don't worry about the big holes fucking everywhere else. I think this up here will just get capped off in the bodywork somehow. Just try and get it as airtight as I can. Not airtight, but tight. Bulkhead sealed tight. So that is that point, that point. I am tempted to fit some tabs to this bar that come through to here. The issue you have then is removing the body, because you will have to slide the body forwards. So these tabs then are in the open area, as in the door frame isn't there. And to move the body forwards is pretty tricky when you've got a wheel arch there. And you're not really going to spread it. So that's something I need to look at on how I'm going to get some sort of top mount fixing. And it's sort of the same in this scenario because you can't spread this out to get a tab in behind here. You know what I mean? So our main ones are going to be there, and then in the rear, I hear you say, I have no idea. To be honest, not a clue yet because we haven't got the rest of our floor yet. Well, our floor made, have we? My mate Pete has got the carbon and the gel and everything to make my diffuser and my side skirts. He reckons end of May latest, I should have a diffuser. Because this has got to be cut out and moved up for the diffuser. And once we've got the diffuser in, we can then start making our floor for our tank. Then we can work on bracing everything to it. Because I need this back end of the car. I don't want it solid, but I want it pretty solid. You know what I mean? The floor is going to also be some sort of crash structure. It's going to give a little bit if I go backwards into something. Because I don't want the first thing to save my arse is the back wheels hitting the wall. I don't want all of this just to go out the way. This is going to take some of the load. So there'll probably be some sort of bar coming across the top of the diffuser. And then go around and down or something. The tank bars are going to come up to it. And then you've got our ones that come up. Then we've got to work out how the hell we're going to attach a spoiler to it that I don't own yet. I don't really want to bolt through the sides if I can get away with it. I don't know what the rear quarters are going to be like yet. But we could always put tabs here if we needed to. Oh, sorry. If the outer wheel arch covers it, do you know what I mean? Or even from there to there, and then the outer wheel arch bolts in the same position. I don't know. If I keep that front section, which I probably will, I could put a fixing here, straight to the roll cage, to this section, because this will be inside the rear duct. So we can have a fix in there. This will be one here. Some sort of fixing here. Because we have actually got to fix the front end on as well. So, yeah, that's our main mission. I think I might just start with these, both sides. But not forgetting that this side's got to be shorter. Because this is getting cut off about here. And this is getting chopped out about there and down. Because the exhaust's going there, isn't it? So, this will be up here. So this one has only got to be that long. And then this is going to be sealed off with aluminium to keep the outside, inside. You get me? So it'll come up, across, and then attach to the bottom of the doorstep. So that's another thing we need to take into account, considering I haven't got a back box. It's being made to fit the car when the car gets down there out of titanium. So, you know, we tried to make something that we ain't got. But, yeah, we figured out. We could always make this all the way and then just tack the bottom bit on so we can just chop it off, because two pipes have got to come around here and then into the back box. So it'll be twins, or it might change from twins down here to one, or twins all the way into one into the box. I don't know. Yeah, we'll figure that shit out when we get to it. But I think we'll start making these first, and I'll pop to Leslie's and get the doodads for there. So yeah, that's about where we are. What do you think? Yeah, we also got to finish up some more on the floor. There's got to be a bar from here, and it's got to go up, more than likely from there to there. Yeah. It's wherever I think you're going to step to get in. And more than likely, you're going to step right here, which is where that bar is. Yeah? So that's got to be strengthening for the aluminium floor. And then there'll be one on the other side, which is going to be more tricky because I haven't finished yet. But this one, I could bring a bar from there to here. Yeah, run it through there and then run that bar through there. So I've got an even longer bar going all the way through. So when they come to get in, I need to spread their load as well. Right, what do you reckon, people? Let's keep messing around, shall we? Should we see how low we sit in the passenger seat? Now the body is on. Yeah. It's not that bad actually, is it? You're at eye height. It'd be a good view. Not much view out of here, but you got enough to hold on for dear life, people. Right. An update for you. And we'll carry on when we can because I am really busy. But this isn't going to be a binky. We are going to carry on with it. See you later, people. See you next one.